Many aspire to live in large and bustling metropolises. Life is buzzing, and the nearest major shopping center is just a stone's throw away. However, there are still places on our planet that are nearly unreachable by plane, inaccessible by boat, and unattainable by car. With you is the TopFacts channel, and today we are embarking on a journey to the edge of the earth where the bravest and most daring people live. Well, are you ready? Then get comfortable. We're taking off in 3, 2, 1. Tristan da Cunha is a small group of islands in the southern part of the Atlantic Ocean. Currently, about 300 people live there, located 2,400 kilometers away from America and Africa. In this practically untouched by humans place, there are no mammals, reptiles, or even the familiar butterflies. This is due to the archipelago's remoteness from continents, as it has its own unique climate. In the summer, the temperature rarely rises above 20 degrees, and in winter, it does not drop below 10. Thanks to this, Tristan da Cunha is home to many unique plants that are impossible to find elsewhere. People here live as if in a fairy tale, as their settlement is called Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. On average, about 3 babies are born here each year, but due to such natural population growth, unfortunately, it does not occur. The main population consists of workers and the indigenous population, so don't be surprised that there are only 9 surnames in the official registry of the island. From the evergreen Tristan, we'll head to Greenland. There, in the east of the snowy island, there is a settlement with an incredible name, Ilorsuit. You can reach it by plane, which flies every 14 days, or in good weather by helicopter and then by boat. The town is inhabited by 452 people, each of whom is busy with their own business. Some catch fish, while others serve as the local barber. The settlement was founded in 1925 by Einar Mikkelsen and 70 other settlers from the ship Gustav Holm. This was a result of Norway's growing interest in the East Greenland region. In their new location, travelers found rich hunting grounds with seals, walruses, narwhals, polar bears, and foxes. Despite its remoteness from civilization, the local population is considered the richest on the island, as they annually sell several hundred kilograms of soft gold, not to mention fresh Atlantic fish. What about life in the ice? On this Norwegian island, the ocean freezes completely in winter. The ice literally blocks the tiny wooden houses, shielding them from the sunlight. In the summer, you can reach them by boat, but in the cold season, only with the help of a powerful helicopter capable of maintaining balance in the strongest northern winds. More than 7,000 square kilometers, an ocean, fresh air, and no one around. On Kerguelen Island, which is officially part of France, there is no permanent population. It is located 2,000 kilometers away from Antarctica, so the climate there is fitting. The only human structure is Port-au-Français, where during expeditions, 70 to 100 people can be accommodated. Despite its remoteness from civilization, Kerguelen has SLE Hotel Cerro, a quite decent hotel. Tourists who make their way there can climb to the island's highest point, where they can enjoy a breathtaking view of the endless ocean. Since we've already touched on the topic of hotels, Chile is ready to offer us a unique service. There is an eco-hotel in Chile that also functions as an observatory. It is part of a large space complex located in the Atacama Desert. It is situated at an altitude of 2,400 meters, where it is windy and very cold year-round. To get there, one must endure a very challenging 2-day drive on mountain roads. The price for this adventure is one of the 120 rooms, where guests can use one of the world's most powerful telescopes to observe the night sky. In the movie The Grand Budapest Hotel, there was an observatory called the Sphinx, located in the Swiss Alps. This unique place is situated at an altitude of 3,500 meters and is almost impossible to reach. It is located on the border of the canton of Valais, which is entirely surrounded by mountain ranges. The only chance to reach the observatory is via an old railway, followed by a grueling ascent up almost sheer cliffs. However, the effort is well worth it. Firstly, the view from there is simply breathtaking, and secondly, a 76-centimeter telescope is installed there, specifically designed for the comprehensive study of the sun. Where do you think they study our Earth's atmosphere? At an altitude of 1,270 meters above sea level in Antarctica, the Halley Research Station is located. It was opened in 2013 and has since become the most remote in the world. In a place where snow covers the ground year-round, only 14 people live. Scientists stay there during the period of the so-called polar night, which lasts exactly 105 days. It is during this time that the spectacular northern lights appear in the sky. However, going outside to see it is practically impossible. There are no special devices outside because of constant blizzards. In addition, the temperature remains stable at around -50 degrees Celsius. I don't envy the workers at Halley. Have you heard of Tash Rabat? No? That's a shame. It's a unique place with no parallel on our beautiful planet. A small stone house is the only possible stop when crossing the Tian Shan Mountains. Tash Rabat is located in Kyrgyzstan at an altitude of 3,500 meters above sea level. If you think it was built recently, you are very mistaken. In the 15th century, the structure served as a fortress and a place for important trade negotiations. Tash Rabat doesn't have a permanent owner, so any traveler brave enough to conquer one of the world's most challenging mountain passes can spend the night there without spending a penny. Zero people on the entire island, just one lighthouse and numerous seagulls. That's how you can briefly describe the landscape of the British part of land known as Bishop Rock. Only 49 meters of land have been surrounded by the ocean since time immemorial. Officially, it's the smallest island in the world, even recognized in the Guinness World Records. What else is this uninhabited place famous for? Well, not far from Bishop Rock on May 7, 1875, one of the biggest shipwrecks in British history occurred. Due to a navigation error, the sailing steamship Schiller ran aground, resulting in the loss of 355 lives out of 392. And finally, the most unique and unusual human-made structure. Meet the Global Seed Vault. Since 2008 on the island of Svalbard, where experts believe there are ideal climatic conditions, all known edible crop samples are stored. In case of an apocalypse, humanity can recreate familiar plant life, including cereal crops. Currently, there are around 900 million seeds stored there, while the vault is capable of holding 3 times that amount. Let's hope we never need it, but life is a very interesting thing, and you never know what will happen tomorrow. And the first stop is sunny Spain. Not far from Toledo, there is an amazing city that seems to float in the air. It's called Cuenca. This ancient city of 50,000 inhabitants was built on a huge hill that began to erode over time. The residents didn't lose hope. They started building their stone houses on cliffs, creating a futuristic image of a provincial town. Thanks to its uniqueness, Cuenca was included in the UNESCO list as an example of a city on the edge of the earth. Number 1. Is there a paradise on Earth? Yes, and it's located in Hawaii. The town of Hilo is remarkable because the average temperature here hovers around 20 degrees, and all the streets are literally immersed in greenery. It's also situated by the ocean, offering an incredible view. Looking at these scenes creates an unreal sense of tranquility and serenity. The town has around 40,000 residents, and the nearest mainland or island is over 180 kilometers away. In Italy, there's a real ghost town that has become a favorite place for nonconformists and filmmakers. Krakow is located in the southernmost part of the boot. After a strong earthquake, half of the town collapsed into a crevice, while the other half remained on the edge of the abyss. Despite being officially declared dead, 756 residents still live in the town, trying to preserve what nature tried to destroy. Perhaps the most famous city in our selection. Naples has been at risk of being destroyed by the world's most powerful volcano for several thousand years. Mount Vesuvius is located just 20 kilometers from the huge city. The last time the stone monster erupted was in 1944. At that time, 26 people died, and the settlements at the foot of the volcano were completely destroyed. The definition of a city at the edge of the earth perfectly fits Lavaria, which is located right on the shores of the Tyrrhenian Sea. The city is carved into the rock, as in the Middle Ages. This method of construction was considered quite acceptable. Apart from its ancient architecture, the wonderful view, which is simply indescribable in words, adds a special charm. So if you ever want to relax in Italy without any fuss, Lavaria is ready to welcome you with open arms. Meet Ronda. It is a city and an independent municipality in Spain, part of the province of Malaga. It is located in a mountainous area at an altitude of approximately 750 meters above sea level. It stands right on the edge of a steep cliff. Remarkably, a deep canyon runs through the middle of the city, separating the historical part from the modern construction. Santorini is not a city but an entire small group of volcanic islands in the form of a ring located in the Aegean Sea. The oldest settlements on this island date back 5,000 years, but most of them were destroyed by a powerful earthquake. The modern city is a unique creation that perfectly fits the term settlement at the edge of the world. Would you like to momentarily find yourself in a fairy tale where old stone houses neighbor huge modern skyscrapers by the river? Pont-en-Royan is a medieval town, part of which is located near a mountain cliff. Since the 1940s, this area has been under protection, but that doesn't stop major companies from building hotels for tourists from around the world. On the eastern tip of the island of Corsica lies the largest commune of Bonifacio. This citadel is located at an altitude of 70 meters above sea level on the edge of a cliff, constantly exposed to the sea and wind. Once a naval base, it is now a harbor for luxurious yachts owned by very wealthy people. What makes New Orleans remarkable? Well, at the very least, in 2005, a part of the city was completely destroyed by the most powerful hurricane, and the other half was submerged. The city is located in a low-lying area, making it a vulnerable spot for the unpredictable Gulf of Mexico. The views from the city to the ocean are simply breathtaking, especially when you consider the series of small islands surrounding the southern part of the state of Louisiana. Imagine walking down the street, and above you rise enormous cliffs with whimsical shapes. Such an unusual sight can be easily seen in Setenil de las Bodegas, located in the southern part of Spain. Many houses here are built into the cliffs because this area experiences frequent earthquakes. Nevertheless, it looks quite unusual, regularly making it into the list of cities on the edge of the earth. The narrowest city in the world, Yangshuo, defies all the rules of comfortable urban living. It was built in a mountain canyon with a cold river, the Nanxi, running through it. As a result, the widest point in the city is only 300 meters, and the narrowest section is just 39 meters. Despite high seismic activity, ancient Chinese houses and towering glass skyscrapers built in the early 2000s using special technology coexist comfortably here. Castellfollit de la Roca is another corner of Spain, located in the province of Girona, literally on the edge of the earth. It is also considered the smallest town in Catalonia, with an area of just over 1 square kilometer. The location is truly astonishing. The houses are built directly on a cliff formed from basalt, created long ago due to magma eruptions. The deserted village. That's how you can describe the Yemeni settlement of Wadi Dawan. The city is located in the middle of the desert, and a huge rock shields it from the wind, taking on a more whimsical appearance with each passing year. There is practically nothing and no one near Wadi Dawan, except for the proudly standing buildings made of raw brick known worldwide. And finally, Azenhas do Mar, which you simply must see. If you want to witness this wonder for yourself, you'll need a ticket to Porto, and from there it's only about 30 kilometers by bus to the most picturesque corner of Portugal. You can also like this video right now, leave any comments, and of course subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to be the first to watch the freshest videos on our channel. Thank you for watching.